I wanted to make a video. I just played in my first Baccarat tournament, I'd say maybe like 2, 3 months ago here at my local casino in the Seattle area. Um, I'd never played before, and I had been looking online, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all the forums, because they don't really explain much when you do get the invitation, just on advice and what it looked like. So I did want to take a couple minutes for those who have been invited, who are a little, I don't want to say scared, but nervous, just to give you guys a heads up on what to expect. I checked my player cards account, and I had seen that I got invited. It was a 2 night stay. There was no food or anything, but it was a 2 night stay at the hotel resort that they have on property at the casino, and it was a free entry. This was a 2 day event. The first one you could I'm pulling it up right now. Yeah, the first day you could qualify if you got like a certain amount of base points, and then the second day was also a qualifying round, but that was by invite only. That's the one I got to get invited. So you just have to register. It is first come first serve. This one was set up for the first place out of the whole tournament was $20,000. Second place was 8,000. Third place 5,000 cash, and then 4th to 6th 1,000 cash, and then 7th to 24th place is 800 in free play, plus the qualifying tables to get to the final day. Those first place was $5,000 cash, 2,500, 1,000, and then I think 100 or 500 and free play, somewhere along those. So got there. I was just gonna place a sports bet, but I saw the setup. I was like, well, let's try it out. I wasn't planning because I couldn't find anything online. Sign you up. Starts off 6 tables. It's 6 people per table. I'm trying to remember. I got really nervous. I'd never done it before. I'm gonna try to stop saying I don't think I've ever done this before, getting in front of the camera. So at the table I was the first. I'm trying to remember. I wish I would have taken notes. But the first table, it was 6 people, 3 people advance, and it goes like that until you get to the top 12 of that day. So 6 tables, so it's 36 people. Half of those people would advance to the next tournament for the next day. And I was seat 10. I think the first day I'd gotten $200 in free play. But I most importantly had qualified. And how it sets up is each round, they give you $10,000 in chips. Obviously, if you lose all your chips, you're out. If everyone stays at the table, they do a chip count. The top 3 with chip count advance. Other 3 are eliminated, and then you consolidate again, and then you consolidate one more time. I'm gonna try to do a more condensed video of how it works. But I was the third. I had placed a side bet, and on the last hand, it won. That had put me like maybe $200 ahead of 4th place. So barely lucked in, and automatically had already qualified for the final day. And I'm trying to think. Sorry, I'm a little spacey. It is kind of late. What time is it? It's 1:15. I can't go to sleep. My kiddos are asleep, and unfortunately, I deal with insomnia. I wish I would have taken notes. So that happens. Oh, on the other chip count, what's really important is it's only, I want to say ours was 12 draws. So you bet banker, player. The side bets are still active, but it is 12. At the eighth draw, they give you a chip count, so everyone gets their chips counted. You can take notes to see what everyone has, and you can kind of start strategizing. Like, oh, if you're ahead, you really don't have to go balls to the wall. But if you're behind, that's when you start getting crazy, and everyone starts calculating. Like, all right, this is enough. Fortunately for me, they draw where you're going to sit at the table, which is kind of important because you get to see what everyone bets. And if you're the last bet, you can just kind of be like, oh, I only need to bet $100 more, and whoever's to the left of you or right of you. So thankfully for my 3 tables that I was at, I was the last. I was seat number 1 or 6. I don't remember. I'm gonna try to find some videos or ask around people who were there. But got really lucky. Some is luck. Now, if I got invited again, I would definitely strategize a little bit better. But once you get going, like your heart starts going. Especially when you get past the first table, it's like, okay, like I made $1,000 in free play. Really gets you up, but then you start thinking like, oh, if I make it to one table, that bumps up to like 1,500. It's really cool. After the first table, you advance. They give you like a 30-minute break. They'll play it through the casino to let you know, hey, last call, 2 minutes to get back to the Baccarat tournament, which they did right at the Baccarat tables on the floor. It was early, so it wasn't packed. So it was like around noon or 1. Try to go up, take a little breather in the room. Really nice. If you're in the Seattle area, Snoqualmie was really cool. And then after that, I went to the 3 tables. Again, I kept on lucking out. A lot of it for me was luck. I got past the first table by like 100 chip, like $100 in chips. Second table was maybe 500. First place was up by like $7,000 in chips. But once you qualify, you keep on going. At the end of that day, I'd say it took maybe 3-4 hours. I'd say about 3 hours. Goes by pretty quick. Well, it felt like it went by pretty quick, but it was 3 hours. Take your name, take your player's card, or whatever information you have. And then if you made it to the next round, the final day, they'll let you know you have to register again. Show up the next day, same format, which is if you made it to the to the last day, you're technically in it for the money. I think even if you'll get free play, I think you got like $500 or $800, and then if you make it past the table, it does jump up significantly. And on the last table, it is cash. Most of the seats, I'm looking. Oh yeah, it was $1,000 if you made it for sure to the last. That's when it started getting more serious. Everyone was chit chatting, but on the last table, I don't know how people who perform in front of audiences do it, but like there was, I'd say maybe like 30-40 people around the table. Got really quiet. They did a chip count, the last chip count at the final table that I was at. Everyone was really cool too, though, because you mingle when you guys do the breaks. You guys hang out, get coffee, talk about it. But on the last table, no one was chit-chatting, which was pretty cool. It was interesting. Added more to the nerves. But they did the chip count, and it was really even. There was, on that one, I wasn't the last person. I was right in the middle. First place definitely had it, like, he had hit bonuses, like, on the first 2 hands at max bet, so he had a comfortable lead. But everyone else was pretty close. No one went out. So, it was, I'd say, we started with 10,000 chips. I'd say it wasn't more than 1,000 between 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So you get to the last draw, and the guy next to me, I kind of calculated I was behind him, which was, I was 4th place. He was 3rd place. I was behind him by like maybe $600. But you can't take a long time too. They give you a couple, I think there might be a timer too. I got to do more research, but it was about 30 seconds to make a decision to put what you're going to do, because it's not like everyone puts their chips. I should have started with that. So they put a button like if you're playing poker, and then someone bets, then the next person bets, and then the next person bets, and then the next person bets. So you don't have a lot of time to do a lot of calculations, but I kind of put it off that everyone had bet banker, and usually when I see that, I would just bet opposite, and I got lucky on a few. So everyone in the last one had bet banker, and I know I was down like 500. So I ended up betting player, and I put the side bet, which I maxed the side bet, which was $500. Hit player. They had lost. No one bet too heavy because they were kind of calculating the same thing. So I bumped from 4th to 3rd. Second players had put in kind of a heavy bet. And everyone cheers. Everyone's trying to calculate. I don't really know what's happening. But everyone says congratulations. Everyone starts chatting up again. To the chip count. First place had like 22,000 in chips. Second place, it was a big gap. It was like 16 or 15,000 play chips. Third place was like 12,000. I was $200 behind third place, which was a big jump because third place was $5,000 cash. Second was 8,000. First place was 20. No one was catching up to first place. Fourth through sixth was $1,000 cash. So I missed second place. If I wouldn't have put that side bet, I would have taken second place. Still happy. $5,000 cash is super cool. I give you one of these little bad boys. It's all filthy. I keep it here in the garage. And then third place also too, super close. He was like $600 in play chips behind me. So that was exciting. I know I didn't go over a lot. I was trying to give an overview, but if anyone has questions, feel free to send me a message. There should be socials somewhere. I don't really upload, but this is my first uploads. But there, if you can reach me, you have questions on it. I'm not a pro. I wish I would have had a video like this to kind of explain what the setup is. They give you a page. They give you like 15 pages of like all the tiebreakers. Didn't really understand them. They roll dice, like the final table. Like there's like 9 different tiebreakers. Yeah. Once you do that, they do take the player's card, do photo ops, and then make you sign a couple papers, and then just give you cash. We took a picture. First place was super cool. Second place guy was super cool too. Everyone was pretty cool. No one was there like super like. I'm sure at other casinos there are people who do it like, I want to say professionally, but know what they're doing. I'm sure they take it way more seriously than what we all took it there. But what's funny, I had just checked in, had no idea. I had checked online for my club to see if I had any like buffets or any free play, and I had seen the little invite, and I took it to be like, all right, well, it was an invite, and then it was the 2 free nights at the hotel, which was cool. I took my family, took my kiddos. They love the pool, they love the jacuzzi. At night, we just watch movies. Ordered room service. Room service is pretty good there. They have buckets of popcorn. I'd never seen buckets of popcorn on room service, but that was really cool. We just watched movies. That was it. I would definitely get there. If you do get invited and you do go and it's your first time, I would get there early. I know some are first come, first serve. We're not this area isn't that busy, so with bigger cities, like there might be a line of people trying to register if you did get invited, but they do cap it at the 6 tables. There's 2 sessions too, so the first session, top 3 tables will play the second session, top 3 tables, and then it'll go from there. The other thing I would suggest is read like the rules. Don't go like in the if you want to go into like the tiebreakers are so confusing. But just see what who's gonna advance, what's I guess positions or places. Give free play, give cash. How do you advance? And then time too, because I almost missed it because I didn't realize there was 2 sessions for qualifying. So you'll do session 1, session 2. I didn't realize that was session 1, but I had heard someone say, "Oh, be back in 20 minutes," but I hadn't caught that they had said session 1, be back in 20 minutes, or session 2. What else? I'm a pretty nervous person as is, so I'd already felt my blood flowing like once I had passed the first table. So take deep breaths. I would do when I got like a trend, like if everyone would just bet player, I would go to banker. And I said mostly luck, because on a lot of those I would hit, and that just swings it completely. Once you get one of those 2 where they swing, you can just chip in the minimum. I think the minimum per bet was 100 or 500. No, 500. And then the max on the side bets was about 500 too. For max, And then what else? I'm trying to think of what else. Sorry. Wow, this video is going way longer than I thought. Yeah, that's all I can think of right now. I'll probably consolidate this video. I'll take notes and just do the bullets. But it was registration, really important. Time when it starts, because once you register, there is a gap. There's like an hour, 2 hour gap. So if you're gonna eat, or if you're gonna go maybe go for a walk to calm your nerves down, and then just try to keep a. They let you. You can. They have paper and pen, like if you're at a normal baccarat table, so you can take notes, keep your chip counts, and then yeah, just strategize a little bit. What I had done, like I said, if someone was all the whole table was playing banker, I'd put player and the side bet, and then it would just swing. Or if it went the other way, then you would just slowly come back and just wait for that one, and it would swing. I know on one of the tables, I had just qualified because I had gone all in, and my side bet hit, and I was thankfully able to make it through the other one. But again, all luck, not a lot of strategy. But this video is more for like, if you do get the invite or you do see it, it's pretty easy to qualify. You should do it. It was fun. I don't think, I don't know if they do it quarterly or once a year. Actually looking right now to see. Yeah, so first place was 20. Yeah, I don't see any other invites. I've looked before because even when I was looking for videos or like overviews on what to expect, there's not a lot of info. But I would definitely do it again. Even if there was a buy-in, that would be. If anyone knows about it, comment below or send me a message. But it was cool, especially if your local casino has like a resort or a hotel attached. This one's fairly new, so it was really nice. But yeah, that was it. Cheers. Good luck.